How you guys doing today? Straight to the point, Final Fantasy 11. Now, this is going to be the first time I actually talk about this, and thanks to someone that have made a comment about it the other day about Final Fantasy 11. Sometimes I forget that I have played that game back then because it was such a long time since I played it. Now, I'm going to just basically talk about my experience and opinions about how is it like when I played that. Now, keep in mind, this was back in 2003. So, like, it was almost beta stages, like beta days. Now, I haven't officially got on to the beta thing, but I could have because it's been that time. But when I played, it was within that time frame, like a little after I got out of school, and or I want to say either 2004. To be honest, I can't remember, but it was around that time. Now, I'm not gonna bore y'all with the whole like I started at level one, all this and that. It's just more of in general what I think about it, like before and what is it like. What is it like now? So back then, when I played Final Fantasy 11, this was at a time when basically the level cap was at 60. This was the level cap 60 days, or was it 50? It was like 60, 50. And I used to use mostly white mage because at the time there was no puppet master and stuff. So fast forward, got my puppet master job, enjoyed it, loved it. And I used to use blue mage and all those other jobs, but I mainly focused on puppet master, is why I made all those puppet videos. Now, the reason why I, you know, mostly use puppet master, because a lot of people picked on that job and they made fun of it, and they was like, oh, lol, puppet, LOL, all that. And I felt bad. Like, it was like, y'all didn't even give this job a chance, this new job a chance. It's still growing, it's developing. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my best to do what I can to, do this job. And the thing is, a lot of the times I wanted to party with people, but it was so hard to convince people to get into those kind of parties because people laughed at my puppet master job and stuff. So, anyway, fast forward, I basically used that job the whole time. Is why I used the video. So most of the videos are all solo puppet videos, me soloing, and I think I soloed like a whole lot of monsters, some from the abyss, some from not even there, some, it all varies. It was just different, even level casts, BC and M's, all that stuff. Now, I'm gonna just talk about the game in general. Now, to be honest, I like the 75 days. Now, the reason why, because yeah, it was slower pace, but it just, I don't know, it was just more of a connection with me and everyone else when we was in those parties, the XP parties and stuff. And then I don't mean like it has to be like extremely slow leveling up, but those days to me is memorable. It's like much more. I mean, I miss those days compared to what, nowadays people barely even level up. They use what, the trust NPCs, and who goes to the dunes to level up anymore? I doubt it. Everybody all level up probably, power leveling, and maybe that's fun to others, but to be honest, that's not fun to me. I prefer to level with a group and we all just, talk about different things. And hold on, I gotta pause this for a second. Sorry, I normally don't pause it in the middle of the video, but it's because I'm in the middle of doing work. So I had a Walmart Spark order. I'm basically putting that on hold, and I'm gonna do that after I finish up this video. But anyway, about the whole puppet thing and the leveling, to be honest, I just prefer to level with a group. It's just much more fun that way. Can you solo level much more effectively? Yeah, sure. I mean, you could use trust and level your way up all the way to 100. You don't have to get you don't need any support, no help, none of that to do all this stuff like we used to do back then. The old school veterans, we used to do a lot of, team coordination kind of thing. Who remember COP, the Chainsaw of Promethea? Yeah, I know all those names. Like I said, I played back in the day when it was like challenging. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be completely brutal honestly. Back then, it was a lot more challenging, a lot more harder to fight these guys than it is now. Now, I'm pretty sure they have more challenges and stuff, but that stuff was nothing. Like, we had sky battles, sea. We had the change to Promethea missions was difficult as it is. Like, it was really challenging to actually beat this game. I mean, we even made it on the news of playing some Absolute Virtue. I forgot the whole name. I know it was Absolute something. I know Absolute V, where it took almost like eight hours or 18 hours to beat. Like, that's crazy. Like, but it's because the game was challenging and it was rewarding. Nowadays, it's not that challenging, and yeah, we get rewards, but it doesn't feel the same. When you do those, what is it? I'm trying to think of those weapons, the legendary weapons, what is it? All those weapons, relics and stuff. That used to be like, anybody that had a relic was the man. They like, yeah, you got the relic. You are awesome. That means you knew what you was doing. You put a lot of work into that job. I'm not saying you're very perfect, but for someone to dedicate that much time and effort into that one weapon, knew what the hell they was doing. They was definitely worth having in that party. But again, like I said, nowadays, I mean, anybody could grab a relic. I mean, hell, you probably can buy it nowadays. So it's just easy to attain than it is like back then. It wasn't easy. Like, anybody have relic? That's the man. Or the woman, whatever. Now, I do remember one dude, he was like, I mean, he had a lot of relics. I can't remember his name, but I know people will know who he is. I think he was on the Bismarck. And by the way, I used to play on the Bismarck server. So this dude had like, I know it was 9-inch something in that LS group or whatever. This dude had a lot of relic weapons. He was like the man. Now, I know I heard rumors that he bought his money and stuff, but still, he worked for it. So, I mean, whatever. Anyway, that, I don't want to like drag this video on too long, but I just want to say that back then, it was a lot more challenging, and I miss those challenging days. When I went on recently, like about a few years back, a year back or so, about 2 years, things was very simple. It was like, I actually started a level 1 character just to see what it was like. Dude, I leveled that thing up I went to level 30 within a few hours of just like, and that's me like hustling, not really, really hustling, but just constantly like fighting. And I know people could do it even more faster than that. And I was using like, let's see, I was using a warrior. So I was just warrior, sub, and white mage. Cause I stopped to do the sub job and all that. So I went back, and that was within me doing all that within that time frame. It was just, game got fast paced, very fast paced. And it's just not the same for me anymore. So I don't know. The old school FF days was always what holds, a lot to me. When I could play it anymore, I mean, I only will pop on just to check to see if my friends still play the games. I'm kind of old school. I mean, if I were to play it, which I don't have much time anyway, I mean, it would be too easy for me. Like, it just would be kind of boring and dull. I know it's more content and all that on there, but I mean, there's not much we could do on there. But I mean, it was nice they leveled up the cap to 99 and maybe 120 or whatever, but I mean, the game kind of died out to me. So if I go on, it's only just to have fun and play with friends and just to hang out and stuff, but nothing serious, no weapon, none of that. I'm not, no big giant parties, mob, all that stuff. I'm gonna just chill at the auction house and just wave at people. Cause I would be like in retirement. I'll be in the mug house in retirement mode and stuff. But anyway, I digress. Let me just talk about this is probably gonna be a long video, but screw it. I mean, it's only for the people that have played this game or know of it or just interested in it. I mean, if you never played it, you're probably not gonna know what I'm talking about. So I want to talk about the Ballista days. The Ballista is what I really enjoyed. I love the fighting. And I'm gonna probably maybe throw in some random clips as I'm talking about this. I don't know because I'm doing everything on a phone. So, but if you see some clips, here you go. You got some clips to watch. But Ballista Days is what was interesting for me because it was just straight like fighting and you really getting to know your character and your job very effectively, because when you was in Ballista, you're playing against the people, and the game you're playing against the environment. Ballista is really one-on-one or team on team, so it really puts you to the test to learn your job very effectively. Some may not be that great, some is. Yes, back then I won like some tournaments. It was like unofficial tournaments, like I would say official, where it was announcements, and I have won like maybe hundreds of guilds and stuff, but it wasn't like the greatest. But I mainly used Puppet Master. Now, again, that job people laughed at, but you know what? All those videos that I soloed back then, that was something that it took a lot of hard work. I mean, it wasn't easy doing those fights. I mean, nowadays people can, no offense to bards, but y'all probably could just solo those bosses easily with no effort, with no trust, no nothing. I had to sweat fighting these NMs. These NMs will beat my ass if I screwed up one time. But that's just how it was back then. It was just, that was the challenge. And I started this channel back then off of just Final Fantasy 11 videos. That is where I started everything. And then eventually it just grew to anime. And now it's actually just in generally like what I feel like talking about, just random stuff. But mainly I'll stick with different topics and stuff. Just anything that's interesting I see, I'll share it with you guys. So anyway, let me move on a little bit. Yeah, again, I really miss those days. I miss the music on there. I miss mainly what I really miss was just the parties, like the level up parties. Like, no one parties anymore nowadays. I remember going to the Dunes, Valkyria Dunes, the Dune parties, the Goblins, the Goblin Zone, all that, the links. I remember all those days because that was fun to me. I remember leveling up in, what was that, level 25 place where we fight like the little white things with the big heads, and it started with an M. You know what I'm throwing in the comments if you know what I mean. If y'all even see this video this long, I used to love like that place because when you hit like level 25, you get all this good stuff in most of your jobs, and it was just epic. And then you hit level 37, and you keep going, moving up. When we like started having like a team group, like a level up group where we just level up the specific jobs all the way to like level 75. Dude, I have done that before with a group. I actually literally had like 5 people with me, and we did it to like level 25. Not level 25, but up to 25 levels. So I think we stopped all doing together after like level 60 something, because we was like level, I'll say, because most of the guys had like their jobs they already done, so they didn't have to do G1, 2, 3, 4, and all that, because they already done it. I needed to do it at that time because at the time, I needed it because I was still new. And I'm talking about back in the day, not even where Besiege and all that stuff was at. This was like back then, raw leveling parties when I was using White Mage, and we came up with all these different groups. But nowadays I use Puppet Master, but I haven't played the game in so long, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I just want to finish up the video because it's probably gonna be my longest video I ever made on this channel. The game that I played, Final Fantasy 11, is still gonna be a really interesting game to me of all times when it comes to RPGs. That was, I wouldn't say the first multi-massive online RPG game. The first one was really a game called Phantasy Star Online, which in the future I'll talk about that if you guys really want me to. But this was back in like 99. No, not 99, my fault. This was back in 2001 or 2002. This was those days, like when I was playing on dial-up. But anyway, yeah, that was my entertainment. That's all we had back then. And now so much change, people grow. I mean, I think the main thing about Final Fantasy 11 is just all the people I played with at the time, we all just got older and we just moved on. We just don't have time to play like we used to. It's not going to be a lot of new, fresh meat coming on that game because it's an old game. Like, it's like Room Escape or, all those games. No one's not going to pop on those type of games unless they have like a friend or two that knows each other. Like, yeah, I play this game, hey, would you try it out? Like, it's dead. It's like Warcraft. I think that's dying out too. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to wish bad on those games, but it's just, I mean, I played it when I was like 24, whatever, like these Final Fantasy games. Let's see, my math sucks, but I'm 38 right now, and it's 2024. The last time I played that game heavy was back in 13. I logged on again a little bit on like 2015, but that was really the last time I kind of played. I made a video maybe a couple of years back when I soloed some boss, but it wasn't the same. It just, I mean, you got these trust NPCs you can use and do all these battles, and you don't even have to really put effort into it. Like, it just, I don't know. It's just, the game just dead to me, guys. It's just, and I still miss it. The last time I put my character at was Gustaberg because I love the music, and it was just next to like, I think it was next to, Besiege, the place that's, I forgot these names. It's the blue place with the flag, the blue flag, Bassmark. I said, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Put it in the comments if you got this far. Anyway, Gustaberg, I will log off my character there, or sometimes I'll just leave it logged on and just chill there and, just hang out and listen to the music and do some homework sometimes. It's just, damn, what happened? Like, things have changed. But anyway, tell me what you guys think. Like, what was it like when y'all played this game? I mean, did y'all play it back in the day when I played it? Did y'all play it even further back? And shout out to some of the people I played it with. I forgot some of your names. I apologize, but My name wasn't the Otaku King at the time when I played that game. It was actually Naheem, my actual name, because I was that attached to the game. I used my actual name when I was playing that game. And it's just, wow, that's so nostalgic for me. So anyway, guys, if y'all made it this long, thank you. I really appreciate it. Thumbs up if you really got that far. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Hopefully, I doubted there will be any more games like that. Like, it really don't think it will be anymore. But yeah, let's just say back in the day, I'm gonna summarize. I'm gonna just throw this out there real quick. When I was playing the game, I did all those type of parties. I did summoner parties. I did black mage parties, beast parties. You know, the boycott tree. We fort crabs, all that. You know, I did it all. Anything that you can think of, any type of parties, I have done it with those jobs. Ranger parties, samurais, doing the range, was it subbing? Well, I was samurai subbing warrior, no, samurai subbing ranger and spamming the hell out of Sidewinder. I loved that. That was probably one of my favorite weapon skills. Like, even though I didn't personally like the job was cool, I just, when it came to that, man, I decked the hell out of that job. Like, as far as level 60, like when I was doing that. Now, obviously, my decked out job was puppet, but as far as level 60, man, I love that. See, this is what I mean. I could talk about this for a whole hour, but it just, I don't want to bore everybody with that. But that's how much I loved that game. That game was just my heart, my soul, and my passion. And I haven't played anything like that in a long time, in decades. So if I had all the time in the world, if I had a lot of time, or say if I was full time in this, I would one day go back and just explore the game, see what changes and stuff. You know, it would be like a video where I would do that. But anyway, peace out. Love you guys. If you made it this far, I'm out. Bye.